morning, Dr. Jo. How are you guys?
Good morning.
Denise, I'm going to start with you this morning as our practice manager at NewHope Medical. How has Corona impacted our medical centre?
In one word, completely. It's changed how we deal with our patients, how we interact with each other in the surgery, and completely changed our rules of engagement.
So Denise, you are now seeing patients via video link or on telephone. Dr. Jo, how has that impacted your patient interaction?
Like everyone else, we're adapting to this new style of practice, and it's been working very well once we iron out the IT issues on how to use Zoom for telehealth. Really enjoyed being able to still treat my patients even though in this manner, and I've been doing a lot of home visits as well, so I've been blessed to see patients in their home environment.
So Jo, apart from the home visits, when would you see clients and patients face to face actually at the medical centre?
So under 65, we're still encouraging patients to come in for any medical concerns. They're also coming in for their routine immunizations and flu vaccinations, medication review, blood pressure checks and things like that. But we do maintain the social distancing rules, so we would book those face-to-face patients spread out in the day.
Going out to the community, you see all sorts of different people, some wearing masks and gloves. What do you recommend, Jo?
The short answer is not to do that unless you are unwell. Advice from the Department of Health in Australia right now is to still not wear masks or gloves. When you're doing your day-to-day essential things, when you're out of the home, there is no indication to say that it will reduce your risk of catching the virus, given that our community transmission is very low.
Denise, we've got a counselling centre within our medical centre as well. How has counselling been impacted over the last while?
We've moved very strongly to online counselling sessions. So it's also meant that because the counsellor doesn't have to be in the centre or the psychologist, that they're able to broaden their hours. So we're now able to offer Monday 9 to 5 and also after hours as well. And it's also a way to keep our counsellor, psychologists and patients safe as well, as they don't need to be face to face.
So being part of an essential service, Denise, how do you keep your staff and your GP contractors safe?
And that's my biggest concern, because if we're not safe, then we can't operate. And NewHope Medical is a safe place for us to work and for patients who need to come here to be able to do that. We have sanitising stations at the front door, so patients are asked to sanitise their hands when they come in or to put a mask on if they're coughing. We quiz them at all stages to their state of health as far as relates to coronavirus symptoms. We have social distancing in our waiting room with chairs marked off. Our doctors often opt to wear scrubs as well so that they can protect their own clothes from the regular washing required. And we also take care to schedule patients so that we have patients who have to come in, will come in between the doctors speaking to patients on the phone, so that we don't have patients mixing in the waiting room or anywhere else in the medical centre.
Now, the big question for me is, Jo, do I get a flu vaccination this year? And if you recommend that, when do we get it?
Well, Surette, you might have seen some advertising on TV. So yes, the recommendation is that you do get your flu vaccine this year and every year, but more so this year because we're coming up to winter time and we don't want to inundate the hospital system with any other infections other than what they're dealing with COVID right now. So this is the best time to get your flu vax. We're well stocked because of Denise's great job. And so feel free to call us, book in an appointment, or if you're over 65, we can definitely come out and do a flu vaccine for you.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Dr. Jo. Lovely chatting to you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.